Hi guys, Patrick here, and today we are making another toy review. Now, it's been a long while since I did a review on the Transformers Masterpiece figure, so we are going to take a look at the one and only, the fan favorite, not Optimus Prime, but someone else, Bumblebee, and the original, which means we get this. Okay, then. A way of inflating price here. But all that aside, we have this beautiful round boy. Now, we are going to be... Now, since it's been a while since I did a Masterpiece review, I don't know how this video is going to turn out, but well, hopefully it'll be good. So, this isn't the new Masterpiece Bumblebee that came out, I think, around last year or maybe a few months ago. I can't remember. This is the original. Back then, when the Masterpiece line wanted to go for realism with their vehicle modes, like Bumblebee here, for example. Unlike the new one, where it's more squished and compact and more show accurate. Back then, in the early stages of the Masterpiece line, they wanted to go with realistic vehicle modes to what the Transformers back in the 80s were based on in their vehicle modes, and then having tune accurate robot modes. And I miss it because MP44, the Masterpiece Optimus Prime 3.0, does look good in his truck mode. It just looks plain, even though it is show accurate. So Bumblebee here, both in the cartoon and in this figure, is based off of a VW Beetle. Now, it's a good looking vehicle mode. Sure, it's not as show accurate, but it is pretty accurate to the real car. And I love it because of these little tiny details. Like, as you see on this tire, it has the VW logo right in the center, has a nice Autobot symbol. Now, this Bumblebee came to me when with my confirmation money a few years back. Then I bought just a lot of Masterpiece reviews, not reviews, a lot of Masterpiece figures. I reviewed Optimus Prime, Sideswipe, Wheeljack, and Hot Rod, and Megatron on the channel. So I still have to review Bumblebee, Trax, and Ironhide. Reviews will be coming soon, of course. So this figure looks great, but the color is off. It's like an orangey yellow, but in the new one, it's a strong yellow, which is show accurate. So I would have liked, instead of making a completely new figure, they would have just repainted it because I think it looks great. So along with Bumblebee, we also get Spike, Exosuit Spike from the movie, from the Transformers movie, and I think it was 1986, I think. And he's okay, but I don't really like him that much. I didn't get him. I didn't get Bumblebee just for Spike. I got Bumblebee for Bumblebee. I didn't need this, but he looks okay. I never watched the movie, so I don't know why he's in the suit. But he was in, but Best Buds with Bumblebee in the movie. Now, the accessories that come with the figure are more relevant in the robot mode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the camera and transform both of these figures, and then we'll see how that goes. Alright, see you in a sec. Welcome back. And now we've got both figures transformed, so let's go over their robot modes. So first things first, Spike. He looks pretty good. From what I've seen in the movie, he looks okay. But I don't really care for him, just because he was obviously added to inflate the price. But and other than that, these figures might all be KOs. These Masterpiece figures I reviewed so far. This guy kind of feels like a bootleg. There's barely any posability. Arms constantly pop off, and the helmet isn't even perfectly clear. It's just weird. But he looks okay. I can see you can obviously put him in a, if you're getting Masterpiece figures and you want to build up the entire cast of the original movie, you would obviously need him. So for posability, there's nothing at the head. Arms are on little ball joints, the elbows at least, so that allows for swivels. And due to transformation, he can move outward. And that's it. And I guess you could count this as a joint, but that's again more relevant for the mode, the alternate mode. Leg can kick that for that much. Panels can move out, so it allows for some outward movement. Bend at the knee, and that's it. But Spike isn't the reason you got this set now, was it? No, you wanted this beautiful boy, Bumblebee. Now, this figure is pretty good. It's easily the best Bumblebee figure that we own. And he looks pretty good. He's sure the new one has longer legs, a smaller chest, and a more tune accurate head sculpt. But I still say this is better, just because the back is actually good. It doesn't feel fidgety, and it looks better on the side. Sure, there's a little gap there, but you're just gonna have to deal with it. It just looks a little better than the original. I say if you were to make this figure a little bit more of a yellow, then this would be the better figure. But the color's a little bit off. But for the head sculpt, it looks pretty good. It looks like Bumblebee. You can easily point at it and go, "Yeah, that's Bumblebee from the original Transformers, not the Bayformers, the 80s." The 80s, where the Transformers were born in that era. I think 1984, I think it was. Arms look nice. And the joints here, even though for a potential KO, the joints are nice and tight. It feels solid. The only real issue I have is the legs, but they're not frustratingly loose like other bootlegs that I've handled in the past. But he looks great. I like him. I love him, in matter of fact. He looks so good with the R Masterpiece figures that I own. So he looks good. The chest short is bigger, but the thing is, still looks better than the 2.0 from the front. At least from the side, the original looks better than the new one, the 2.0 that came out recently. So his arms very short, very simple sculpt, but the thing is, this is hollow. This reminds me of old deluxe class Transformers, but it's not a big deal. Nice sculpted Autobot symbol, which looks great. Translucent parts on the windows look okay. The legs are great. The feet, you can count these as kibble, but the thing is, that's what G1 Bumblebee was known for. His feet were pretty much the whole entirety of the car mode. And if you don't know what kibble is in Transformers, kibble is parts of an alternate mode that are easily visible through either the car mode, like on Hot Rod, the Masterpiece Hot Rod, where you flip them over and you saw the head. That's robot kibble. And in a robot mode, where you see parts of a vehicle mode that leak over, that's kibble. Like these on the back of the arm, that's kibble. But the feet here are potential kibble. That was his whole design. That the feet were the whole front of the car mode. So yeah. Now he looks great. For accessories, we get alternate faces. So we get the basic face, which looks really nice. But then you also get, I think, a shouting face or something, or a smiling face. I don't know. Now, and also for some reason, due to this being a potential KO, they gave you the Amazon exclusive battle mask, which I don't remember Bumblebee having in the original, but this more looks like an accessory that would be for Goldbug, which is a thing one of Bumblebee's forms in the show. I don't know, I never watched U1. And you also get a little gun, which looks nice. I love the blue, the metallic blue. It just looks so nice. And then for a final accessory, you get a card. You get a card with a nice artwork. And then on the back, you get a picture of the robot mode and the vehicle mode with some stats. Now we covered Spike's articulation. Let's get into Bumblebee. So you get a swivel at the head. It's a swivel hinge combo. So you swivel at the head, and then a hinge allows him to look up that far and down a good amount. Ball joint at the arm, which allows it, of course, to rotate. Oh, that's tight. Outward movement. Bicep swivel. Bend at the elbow. And disappointingly, no wrist swivel, which they could have easily included a wrist swivel, because masterpiece is the key word here. Every masterpiece figure I've owned so far has had at least somewhat of a wrist swivel, so it's a little bit frustrating. But at least it's made up for with a waist swivel, which is amazing. I've never seen a Bumblebee figure do that, despite the 2.0, which limits in its waist swivel. I know it's Jobby the Honks thing, but just let me have this. Rotation that I like can move back that far. And of course, there are no side skirts, which allows for a beautiful spread. He can do the splits, unless you have the ankle articulation for it. Thigh swivel, that's just a little too loose. Bend at the knee. up and down at the ankle, and ooh, a beautiful pivot. I've never seen a Transformers figure with such good pivot other than the Masterpiece MP36 Megatron. That pivot is just beautiful. I mean, the 2.0's pivot is better, but it's still a pivot nonetheless. More Transformers figures should have an ankle pivot. Masterpiece and just mainstream Transformers. Supposability on this guy is great for such a tiny, tiny figure. And for any Bumblebee fan who doesn't want a bad looking 2.0, I know I'm talking bad stuff about the 2.0 Bumblebee, but seriously, the kibble management's way better on this robot mode than the new one. But he looks good from pretty much all angles, front and back. So do I recommend this figure? Yes. I definitely prefer this one is cheaper. I think this one's cheaper than the new one. So if you just want a good looking G1 Bumblebee for your Masterpiece collection, I just get this one. It's a cheaper price and it still looks good. It still looks like Bumblebee. It doesn't have long legs. The chest isn't smaller. And this one's cheaper. And I still say it's pretty good. Even today, 2020, I still think it's good. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all the other stuff, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!